Thanos wiped out half the universe with a snap. Kang tried to conquer every timeline, but let's be entirely honest, neither of them comes close to the terrifying, absolute godhood Doctor Doom achieves in Marvel lore. When Marvel Studios officially pulled back the curtain and revealed Robert Downey Jr. is returning as Victor Von Doom for Avengers Doomsday, true comic fans felt a collective chill down their spine. Because we know where this multiversal trajectory inevitably ends. God Emperor Doom. We aren't just talking about a brilliant dictator in an iron mask and a green cape. We're talking about a mortal man who literally murder-suicided the gods of the multiverse, stole omnipotence itself, ripped out Thanos' spine with his bare hands, and remade the dying cosmos in his own warped image. Today we are dissecting the mind, the dark sorcery, and the impossible power of God Emperor Doom, and why he is, without hyperbole, the most dangerous entity the Avengers will ever face. To understand how a man becomes a god, you have to look under the armor at Victor Von Doom. Unlike virtually every other villain in fiction, who masters either tech or magic, Doom spent his life mastering both to an absolute extreme. His iron suit isn't just armor, it's a technological marvel that rivals Tony Stark's best designs, integrated seamlessly with dark, ancient mystic arts that rival Doctor Strange. He's been a candidate for Sorcerer Supreme, a hyper-genius inventor, and the Monarch of Latveria all at once. But Doom's ultimate weapon isn't his tech, nor is it his spells. It's his ego. Victor Von Doom isn't driven by mindless chaos. In his mind, he isn't the villain. He is the only hero capable of saving reality from its own stupidity. He genuinely believes that out of all trillions of beings in existence, only his supreme intellect can bring true order. And in Jonathan Hickman's 2015 Secret Wars, he proved that his ego wasn't just arrogance, it was prophecy. When the multiverse began to fracture through catastrophic events known as incursions, parallel Earths smashed into each other, wiping realities out one by one. The grandest minds in the cosmos, Reed Richards, the Illuminati, the Avengers, tried to stop it. They built lifeboats, they calculated probabilities, and in the end they failed completely. Reality collapsed into absolute non-existence. Except for Doom. Doom didn't accept extinction. Alongside the reality-warping Molecule Man, Doom waged a secret war against the Beyonders, the omnipotent, extra-dimensional beings who created the multiverse and triggered its death. Using a weaponized army of Molecule Men from across realities, Doom detonated them like a cosmic nuke, killing the gods of existence and stealing their vast, infinite power for himself. As the final reality shattered into void, Doom reached into the hyperdimensional ash heap and pulled the burning scraps of destroyed universes together like a twisted patchwork quilt. He forged a single, chaotic, impossible world out of the wreckage. Battleworld. And at the absolute center of this new creation sat God Emperor Doom. When Victor stole omnipotence, he didn't just rule a planet, he became physics itself. He draped himself in glowing white robes, sat upon a throne forged from the remains of the world-devourer Galactus, and held all of Battleworld together purely through the relentless pressure of his own mind. If God Emperor Doom slept, if he lost focus for a single second, the sky would tear open, and reality would dissolve into nothingness. His power during this era wasn't just godlike, it was horrifyingly absolute. When Cyclops confronted him, merged with the primordial destruction of the Phoenix Force, Doom didn't even flinch. He walked through the cosmic flames, reached out, and casually snapped Cyclops' neck like a dry twig. When Thanos stepped forward, boasting about his own past omnipotence with the Infinity Gauntlet, and telling Doom he was a false god, Doom didn't engage in a massive battle. He walked right up to the Mad Titan, plunged his hand directly into Thanos' chest, and ripped his entire spine out in one terrifying, fluid motion, turning the cosmic conqueror into a pile of ash. He rewrote history itself. He made Stephen Strange his right-hand sheriff. He converted an army of thousands of multiversal Thors into his personal police force, wielding lightning across the realm. And most tragically, in the ultimate act of petty spite, he stole his rival Reed Richards' family, making Invisible Woman his queen, and Human Torch his living son. He was the judge, the jury, the sun and the soul of the entire universe. So what does all of this mean for the MCU's Avengers? The MCU has spent the entire multiverse saga watching timelines break, alternate dimensions bleed together, and incursions threaten whole realities. Marvel isn't setting up just another villain for the Avengers to punch in a third act. They are setting up the architect of the new world, with Robert Downey Jr. bringing his formidable screen presence to Victor Von Doom, and the Russo brothers directing. We are likely going to see a villain who doesn't just want to conquer the MCU, he wants to save it from total annihilation when the heroes fail. And when the timeline inevitably shatters, expect Victor Von Doom to build Battleworld out of the ruins of the MCU, Fox's X-Men universe, and every timeline in between, standing tall as the sole ruler over the wreckage of the cosmos. Is the MCU ready for a villain who literally slays gods and wears the multiverse like a cape?